Hey, thanks for tuning into Disco Chaotica. I'm your DJ, and this is Better Minecraft. So we are back in our world today to get a few things done. You can see we've already done a couple of things, starting with our trading post. So if you're not familiar with the trading post mod, essentially it allows you to trade with all of the villagers in the area. So we made that in between episodes, and I have been using it to, mainly I've just been using it to trade seeds for emeralds. But as I've been working on that, I have decided what I want my next big project to be. We are going to work on designing a better farm, because this is fine, don't get me wrong, it's working all right, but the villager style farms are a little bit small, a little bit cramped, and most importantly, they are not automated. Where did I just picked some grapes, didn't I? Some white grapes. I got the purple grapes. Where did the white ones go? That's weird. Today, our main focus, um, as much as I want to get into the resource gathering side of Create, which we might do a little bit of later on, our main focus is going to be on putting together a little farming area. Now, I don't think that I want it to be right here where I am planning to put most of my machines, although maybe a bit further off to the side, but I do have a dedicated area that I want to put it. So, as I was getting ready to come and flatten out the land, I had to sleep and realized that, hey, today is the first day of fall. You can see up in the, oh, maybe you can't see. You should be able to see we are on fall day 1 up in the top right corner, which means that the rate at which all of our crops grow is going to change once again. Let's take a quick look and see if we can get some insight into any of that. Flax grows slower, beetroot grows normally, cabbage grows slower, and wheat seeds grow normally. In fact, most of our crops are going to be growing fairly normally throughout fall, but you can see that once we get into winter, 0%, 40%, 0%, 30%, 0%, a lot of our foods are suddenly going to, our crops are going to sharply drop off in terms of production. So because of that, what we are going to be doing is, in addition to making our little farming area, I want to put together a greenhouse. So this is from Fabric Seasons Extras, which allows us to basically build a little greenhouse to ward off the effects of other seasons, I guess. It should allow us to have a little bit more freedom in growing crops and won't slow down their production during certain seasons. Um, so that I'll admit that wasn't originally the plan for this farming area, but yeah, I guess I'd better do that. So let's build a greenhouse in addition to putting together all of our create stuff. Oh, as I was flattening out this area where I'm planning to have our little greenhouse, I have noticed that we seem to have a little ravine entrance here. Don't know that I want to cover that up. How far down do you go? You go a decent ways down. Ooh, a little bit dangerous climbing back up here. So yeah, maybe we don't want to cover this up all the way. Maybe I'll shift the area where I build the greenhouse to the side. Build it up a little bit further over here. Or maybe we will just build it. No, I want to have its own space for that. Planning to build some other create contraptions in that little area there. So this really needs its own spot. So I will, guess we'll try to work around this as best as we can. Because I'd rather not cover that up. In fact, let's let's just redirect it. Yeah, so we can dig out a little bit to the side here. Set it up so that there's still a way to get down there. There's still a path going down, but it shouldn't interfere too much with our greenhouse building. Hopefully. That's the idea, at least. At some point, I do need to figure out how to get the replay mod working. I really just need to watch a tutorial about it, but we've cleared out a decent amount of space, but it's only about half of what I need to flatten out in order to build our greenhouse. I need to make a new shovel along the way. Yep, there it goes. Back to the crafting table. Or, I mean, I have the crafting table, but back to where I keep the iron, I guess. You know, maybe I do need to put a little more emphasis on resource production. Finding iron is something that I am having to do more and more, and I really just need a good supply of it. I keep telling myself, oh, let's just wait until we have some drills, we can just dig all of that up, create mining machines, that kind of thing. But I don't think we're quite to that point yet. That's still a little ways off. Something just died. How? Did you kill someone? Alright. He seems trustworthy. Yeah, but I really do need to see about doing a bit more mining. Or, you know, I could always put together an iron farm. But, I don't think that guy would appreciate it if I did. Water really does not want to behave when I'm near a ledge. I just want you to spread out and break all of these plants, not go immediately to the nearby ledge. You could have broken that. Could have broken any of these. I don't know. Water's weird. Ooh. Actually, maybe I don't want to put these into my composter. These could be used for dyes. Yeah, let's make some of those. Alright. A lot of yellow dye, a lot of pink dye. I'm sure that'll be useful for something. So, pink alliums, lollipop flowers. Was there another kind of flower? Whatever these pink ones were. I've already forgotten. Yellow daffodils. Yeah, so that's a decent source of dye. I'm sure I'll do something with that later on. Alright, I think that's a nice flat area for our greenhouse. So now I guess I just have to make the design for it. So we're here in my testing world, a little creative build world, and this is the design that I have come up with so far. I don't know if this will end up being exactly how we do it, and the palette may change a little bit. So we've got our mechanical harvesters. They're attached to a mechanical bearing in the center, which is on top of, I can't actually see from this angle, but go right here. Oh, can't really see it from this angle either. But underneath that mechanical bearing in the center, there is a waterlogged shaft. Shafts can be waterlogged, which is something I learned in the course of putting this together. So that is what is keeping this farmland hydrated. Unfortunately, one shaft doesn't cover a whole lot of space. So maybe I'll make this larger by adding some more. But we've got our mechanical harvesters, our linear chassis to hold everything together. We've got everything glued together, and we've got our portable storage interfaces. Underneath here there is a clutch, which is activated by a lever that's underneath this trapdoor here. So in theory, we should be able to flip the lever and have everything start. And of course we've got our greenhouse glass in the roof. I hope we're not dealing with greenhouse gases in this pack. I don't think we have pollution of the realms in here. In fact, I don't think pollutions of the realms exist for fabric, but that will keep the crops from slowing down. So let's see, we've got our crop tester. Click on that guy. Crops planted on this block will grow as if it were summer. And you can see once we go outside of the range of the greenhouse glass, crops planted on this block will grow as if it were spring. So that should keep those growing all year round. So now we just flick the lever. And it goes all the way around and connects to the interface here. And because there were a ton of crops there, it's going to take a little while. Hopper is transferring everything. Ooh. I'm sure that there is a faster way to do this. We can probably speed it up using funnels, right? Yeah, Hopper's not exactly the fastest transfer, but hey, we got a full stack of wheat, we got a stack of seeds, it's still going. Underneath here, we're using a vertical gearbox, a clutch, and at the moment we're using a creative motor, but we will be using, I think a water wheel setup will probably be the best start for this. These last few wheat go through the system, and then it automatically goes around again. So this should just run automatically. In the event that we do need to stop the machine, we can just come over here and hit the lever, and it stops it. So yeah, I'd like to have a design like this done. The only problem with this is, as I was going through putting all of the materials together, it uses a lot of iron, and as I mentioned earlier, we are not exactly doing the best on the iron front at the moment. So before we can put this design together, we may need to get our material gathering in order. We need quite a bit of iron to pull this off. So I think that what we're going to do for now, instead of building our whole greenhouse right now, we're going to have to hold off on that. And we are just going to build some greenhouse glass over our existing farm. So this design, I'll probably pretty it up a little bit, and once we actually get around to building it, it'll be nice to have eventually, but we won't be able to do this right now. Instead of doing that, I think that what we are going to start with, well, first of all, we're going to start with sleeping. Sleeping too far away. Why can I place it too far away for me to sleep in it? That just seems weird. Oh well. I think that for now, we are going to start out by putting together a little mining machine with our rope pulley and some mechanical drills. I think that's where we want to start. So the design that we're going for is going to be a sort of dropping platform harvester. You may have seen this in, I believe it was Tango Tech in his Create world, or the Create server that he plays on, created a design like this. Essentially, we're going to have a bunch of mechanical drills pointed downward. We're going to have them attached to a rope pulley, and it is going to drop into the ground, and it is going to dig up resources. Obviously, we want to be able to dig rather quickly, so I may need to repurpose this and speed it up a little bit so that our drills can move quickly enough to actually harvest the stuff that we need. So in order to build that, we've got our mechanical drills. I think we'll start with, we're a little heavy on the iron. We need 1 iron for the rope pulley. We need 1 for each drill. And we don't have access to Thalassium or Cincinnicite yet. Or I guess we might be able to find some Cincinnicite in the Nether, but I haven't found one of the better Nether cities yet. Let's see. Say we do 9 drills to start out. That plus the rope pulley, that's 10. And then super glue requires an iron sheet and an iron nugget. So that's 11 iron, which I think, trying to do the math in my head, but that seems a little more iron efficient than our other design. So I guess all we need to do now is actually build it. That I did not take into account with my little estimate was the price of andesite casings, which of course everything that is part of this requires. Like, why am I already digging this up? I still need to do stuff with it. Let's see. And then you, so it leaves us with 17, which is not enough to make all of our drills. So I guess this did use a bit more iron than I was expecting. But if we'd gone the mechanical harvester route, I believe it would have used iron anyway. So that it about evens out, I think. Rope pulley, and then super glue, and then mechanical. We got 5 mechanical drills, so I'd like to have 4 more. I guess I could make like a cross pattern and lower that down, but just to maximize the amount of space that we're using at the moment, I think we'll definitely need some more. Was not expecting to have to go and dig up more andesite, but we did not have quite enough for the andesite alloy. You are diorite. We don't want it. Ooh, we touched it. Ew. It's fine. We'll dig around it. We'll dig around it. And not go anywhere near it. You also may have noticed that a bunch of our waypoints are no longer appearing on our minimap. That is because we actually lost all of our waypoints. The pack updated, and as part of that, it resets all of the configs, and I didn't think to back those up going into that, so we've only got 1 waypoint now, and it's our base. So I can eventually go and redo those, but for now, it looks like we are starting fresh. Okay, there is the last of our 9 drills. So we've got our rope pulley, we've got our super glue, we've got our mechanical drills, and then I'll be probably using this stuff to get that started. Need to glue everything together. Area of connect. Oh, it doesn't show it in my tab or my text bar. That's not the right word for that. I don't know. But I think we've got everything together. We don't have to glue it directly to the rope pulley, I don't think, because everything else should just connect automatically. But we've got our double cogwheel set up here, so we should just be able to put that on. It's backwards. It's backwards. No worries. Maybe we can just grab it and then this way? No? Am I missing something? It just goes the same way every time. This should work, right? There we go. Moving with purpose. So that is going to dig downward Let's make sure this area is claimed. I'm gonna force load these just so that we make sure that that keeps going. And now that's just going to dig all the way down. It should go, I think it goes until it hits a fluid. So if there's water or lava underneath there, or maybe I'm thinking of minecart machines. But yeah, it should go down quite a ways. I guess I should probably do something to cover up this hole in the meantime. I don't know. Oh, I already grabbed some iron. See, if this was a little bit bigger, it would have gotten all of that. So, might have to go down and grab that. I'm sure it got some of it. So we're just gonna leave that to its devices for now. And in the meantime, let's figure out at least some greenhouse glass. I mentioned in the build world that I don't necessarily have all of the resources that I need to make a full-on mechanical harvester system, and I may even want to figure out one that's a little bit more efficient so that we're not losing out on some of our space. I think the easiest way to do that is probably going to be to use mechanical pistons instead. But those would take up even more space, and we want to conserve that a little bit. I want our greenhouse to look nice. And admittedly, the one that I've already designed was basically just a box, but we can figure something out with that. While that is working, I think we might as well go and put together a gear shift. Now, essentially what this is, I need to actually make them, and we can't, oh goodness, talking's hard. I need to actually make the andesite casing, I guess. I've been growing a bit of bamboo back here. Probably use it for some more scaffolding in the future, because that'll make getting around a little bit nicer. You there. I swear, I keep cleaning out all of the flowers in this area, and more of them keep showing up. So maybe the villagers are planting them somehow? I didn't think that was something that they could do. Anyway, gear shift. And then, do we have a lever already made? Does not look like it. Do levers need stone? Oh, well, I don't have any cobblestone to begin with. There we go. So we've got our lever and our gear shift. And we can go and replace the shaft over here with that. Should. It's still going down. Oh, it's going down even through lava. Yeah, it's still going. So I guess, I mean, first of all, I need to be careful about that. But now we've got our gear shift. Let's pull up really quick. See just how far down it's gone. It's gone quite a ways. Slowly making its way back up. I guess I'll leave that for a bit. So in order to cover this entire area, so we have to have at least one greenhouse glass block above every block that we want to be farmable. So essentially, that's going to be, what is this? There's 7 in each row, 7, 14, 8, 35? Ooh, multiplication, or that's just addition. Whatever that is, it's 30 something, and we don't have that much glass. So guess it's time to make, oh, hey, our miner is back. Let's see what we've got. Okay. Um, I can work with this. It's not as much iron as I was hoping for, but hey, maybe it just needs to go a bit further down. It was getting down into deep slate, so that's a good sign. So not a ton going on in terms of ores, but we just let that head back down, do its thing, and we'll make a bunch of glass in the meantime. Luckily for us, we did find a desert village earlier. I don't remember if I showed this one on camera. It is, we're down, oh boy, map does not like loading. So yeah, we are north of, or I guess northwest of the volcanic island. So there's our other village. Man, I'm gonna have to redo all of my waypoints on my map because I don't remember where anything is. But yeah, we found this while we were exploring. We could have gone to that outback village and gathered red sand. That would have worked as well. But I figured, hey, why not just go with the original stuff, right? Ooh, that was terrifying, but also kind of satisfying. Yeah, I didn't even know that was gonna do that. It was great. But we've got our glass. We're gonna smelt it all up. I think that for greenhouse glass, yeah, we'll just go with, there's a bunch of different colors. I think it does have to be stained glass in order to make greenhouse glass. White is our default and it already needs stained glass. So yeah, we will need to make some of that. Do we want to use... let's see, what color of dyes do we have? We've got a bunch of yellow. We can make a bunch of white. How much bone meal do we have? I mean, we've got a bunch of bones. We don't have a bunch of bone meal made. But, yeah. I think we'll go with white for this. Alright. Grab first couple of blocks. Got our first 8 blocks of white greenhouse glass. We can make the rest in a bit. Let's start with this for now. We wanna, this design's gonna be messy anyway, so I don't know that we want to put too much stuff here. Let's just go, just go like that. Not necessarily the prettiest job for the moment, but it should stand back. So yeah, we'll get the rest of the glass cooked up, get some more greenhouse glass made, cover this whole thing, and we should be able to get some decent yield out of these crops now, even when it is winter. Not exactly the cleanest at the moment. I guess we don't need to put one over the hopper, so 2 more? I mean, I can't make exactly 2 more. I have to make at least 8 in one go, but yeah, we'll use the others for something, probably. There, it's, I don't know if I'd call it beautiful, but it's definitely something. Might as well put the last piece over that, just in case. Yeah, so all of the crops in this area should now always grow as if it were summer. which not all of them actually need that. Some of them actually grow faster in the spring or the fall. But if we want to get something that exact, then we have to figure out a bunch of other specifics on how to do that, and I have not taken the time to do the research on that yet. So, a little bit on the messy side, but hey, it should be fine. Looks like our drill has stopped. Yeah, I don't see any more movement from this, so that tells me it has probably hit bedrock. Hold on, why is our drill stopped? It should be ascending, but it is not. Oh, that's not good. Oh, um, well, this might not have gone quite how I was planning. But I can see where it's getting caught. We got rid of the lava that was here. I hope that's all that it was. It's just the lava stopping it. Obviously, we're gonna have to get rid of this cobblestone. Do I have a spare pick? Do not have a spare pick. Always carry a spare pick on you, kids. Ooh. So we've managed to unblock everything, but I'm not sure why it isn't moving. I've got I mean, it's up a ways from where it stopped. Oh, that is absolutely diamond right there. We'll have to go down and grab that. But now that it's unblocked, it should be moving. I'm not entirely sure why it isn't. But, yeah, we got a diamond out of it. That's not bad. Okay, what's wrong with you? Why are you not moving? Well, now you're moving. It's gonna take us all the way back up to the top. I don't know why it had stopped. I just guess I just needed to toggle it once. Now we'll get that back up here. And yeah, well, I guess we already saw the hall while we were down there in the hole, which wasn't the most impressive. I mean, it's good for getting building blocks. I guess all I really need to do is move it a couple of blocks if we want to dig somewhere else, but now we've got a giant square hole all the way down to bedrock. And it's not exactly the most efficient method of mining, but hey, it's something, I guess. And I can already tell that crop growth has sped up. In fact, oh, excuse me, sir. I know that rice is definitely going faster. I believe when I double checked, rice actually grows at 120% speed in the summer, which is what the greenhouse glass simulates. So we should be getting quite a bit of rice now. So that's nice. Rice is nice. Oh, I mean, not exactly the most impressive haul, but we got a little bit of iron, a little bit of zinc, copper. We got one diamond out of it. Getting a diamond by doing almost nothing. That's almost as efficient as when I go and loot treasure chests. Alright, but yeah, we should be able to move this guy around, dig a couple more holes. I actually may end up, I saw another diamond down in there, so I might just go back down in there and grab that at some point. But for now, I think that that is going to be everything. We got a decent amount of stuff done today. We didn't get started on our greenhouse, our proper greenhouse, the way that I wanted to. Just kind of lacking the materials for that still. I was hoping that this would be my big ticket iron collector, but no, I guess we're gonna have to figure something else out. I might actually have to go mining. Ugh, haven't been mining for almost 2 episodes. But yeah, I think we've made a decent amount of progress. We've got our crops growing faster. They're already, well, these have already matured just in the time that I've been talking. I was only over there for maybe a minute tops, and these are just doing their thing. So yeah, I think we have made a decent little bit of progress. Not quite sure where we're going to be going in the next episode, which it might be a little while before the next one comes out because I am going to need to be taking a little bit of a break. You'll still be getting Owlboy. I have plenty of episodes of that already prepped, but these Minecraft episodes take a little longer to prepare, so I might be a little while before the next one. But I hope that you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please remember to leave a like and maybe even subscribe to the channel. Our goal at the moment is, oh, is it 50? 50 subscribers, I think, which doesn't seem like a lot in the grand scheme of things, but hey, we're a new channel, we're growing, and just trying to figure everything out. So if you don't mind dropping a like, if you are, I mean, obviously, if you're watching episode 3, I have to assume that you're enjoying my content. So let's get to 50 subscribers. That is going to do it for me today. Thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you on the airwaves. Goodbye.